Alright, so let's try to look at these interesting questions for grade 9. So we have the first one, which is saying solve the simultaneous equations. So we have 5x plus 2y being equal to 3, 5x minus 3y being equal to 8. So we have two methods that we use when answering simultaneous equation. The first one is elimination method. The second one is substitution method. So this method, they just depend on the way the question is. So like the way this question is, you can use elimination method because we have 5x and 5x. So immediately I introduce a negative here. So I'm multiplying this negative throughout. You and I are going to find that we know to say that if I distribute a negative here, what am I going to have? I'm going to have 5x minus 5x, and 5x minus 5x, I'm going to get 0. So that's the reason why we can use the elimination method here. So let me do this. So these, they can go. Okay, but one thing that need to know here is that here we have a negative, even here we have a negative. So negative and negative, that is positive, isn't it? So we are going to have 2y, which is this one, it is positive here, isn't it? So we have negative and then negative 3. Then this one is going to be equal to, we have 3 here. Then what is the sign if I distribute a negative? This one is positive 8, but if I distribute negative, I'm going to have negative 8. So this is 2y, then negative multiplied by negative. So here, don't worry, you're just supposed to use this idea. Negative multiplied by negative, positive. Negative multiplied by positive, negative. Positive multiplied by positive, positive. So this one is useful. So this is what we are going to have. So 2y plus 3y, here I'm going to have 5y. Then 3 minus 8, it is negative 5, not positive 5. Then you divide by 5. So 5 and 5, they are going to cancel each other. And then positive 5 into negative 5, that is negative 1. Then from there you are done. So this is the value of y. What about the value of x? You can just choose any of these. So let me choose the first part. So if I choose the first part, I know to say that y is equal to negative 1. So I need to replace there. Then from here, I'm going to have 5x positive 2 multiplied by negative 1, that is negative 2. So in this one, crosses an equal sign, it is going to be positive because this side it is negative. So we have 3 plus 2, which is 5. So if I divide by 5, even here by 5, x is going to be equal to positive 1. So this is how I'm supposed to find the first part. What about the second one? It is saying calculate the volume of the bun. So the bun, it has a height which is 3.5, the radius which is 2 meters, and then the pi, in this case it is 22/7. So what is important here is you remembering the formula. Very, very important. So velocity, volume is equal to pi r squared h. H is the height. So whenever you have been given a value which is in decimal point, the easiest way is you converting that one into a fraction. So we have 3.5. So how can you convert this one? You convert it into 35 divided by 10. So if you have one decimal place, you divide by 10. So if you have two decimal places, let's say you have 3.54, you have 1, 2, you write the entire figure, then you divide by 100, and so on. So we have been given the pi, which is 22/7. Then the radius is 2, so I'm squaring 2. Then the height, I've converted that one into 35/10. So we have 22/7 multiply by 4 because 2 to the power 2 is 4. Then multiply by 35 divided by 10. So the next step here is just a matter of us reducing these numbers. So we can say 7 into 35, what are we going to get? So 7 into 7, that is 1, then 7 into 35, that is 5. Okay? Then from there you can say 2 into 10, that is 5. Then 2 into 22, that is 11. So as we can see, what are we remaining with? We are remaining with 11 multiplied by 4, multiplied by 5 divided by 5. So 5 into 5, that is 1. So I can just remove that 1 because they are cancelling each other. And then 11 multiplied by 4, that is 44. Since it is volume, it is going to be in meters cubed. So this is how you're supposed to answer that one, or this one. The next question. The xy plane, plot the points P, which is 2, 2, Q, negative 2, 3, and so on. So what is important here is you knowing how coordinates are written. So coordinates are in the form of x, y. So meaning to say, if you have something like 2, 2, this is the value of x and this is the value of y. So that is how it's supposed to be. So this is the x-axis. But one thing that you need to know is that this is the positive x-axis, this is the negative x-axis, this is the y-axis, but this is the positive y-axis and this is the negative y-axis. So those are the things that you need to know. So let's start with this one. This is the value of x, which is 2, and this is the value of y, which is 2. Both of them, they are positives. So I'm going to start with x. 2 is somewhere here, isn't it? It is at this point here. But what about y? Y is at this point here. So I need to make sure that I draw the lines, the dotted line, which is going to close with the line for positive 2 in the x-axis. So as a result, you're going to find that the point is going to be somewhere here. This is where we are going to put our point, and that point is P. So that is how I'm supposed to show that one. For the second one, this is x, this is y. So x is negative, so it has to be somewhere here, which is negative 2, this one. And y is positive 3. So if I draw the dotted line, I'm going to find that these two, they are going to meet at this point here. And what is this? It is Q. So I can say my Q is here, and this is the point. What about R? R, the value of x is negative 2, the value of y is negative 2. So negative 2 is this one here, and the negative 2 for y is this one. So the point has to be somewhere here. You should draw the dotted line even here, and this one is my R. Then the last one, which is S. The value of x is positive 2, the value of y is negative 4. So positive 2 is somewhere here, but the negative value here is somewhere here. So the point has to be somewhere here, and this is going to be S. So here you just need to make sure that you connect the points. So I'm going to connect this one to this point here. Then from there, this one to this point. Then this one here to this point here. Then lastly, this one and to this point here. Alright. Then the last one is saying draw the graph of y being equal to negative 2x. So let me start with this one. Sometimes they can say draw the graph y being equal to 2. So how can you draw that one? So just since this one is y, just need to come at positive 2 in y-axis, and then you draw a line like this passing 2, and then you name it as y being equal to 2. Now that this question is not asking us that, we need to make a table of value. So this table value has to have y and x. So if we say, if we put 0 as our x here, what is going to be y? Y is also going to be 0. But if we put 1 as our x, then y is going to be equal to -2. So this is what we have. So we can plot that one. So in terms of the coordinates, we have 0, 0, then also 1, -2. So this is x, this is y. So y is negative. So I'm going to start with 0, 0, which is this one here. Then +1, -2. +1 is here, -2 is here. So it is somewhere here. Then let me just draw a line starting from this point here, going this side. And this one is going to be my y being equal to -2x. So this is how you're supposed to draw this one. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel.